I should do an entry like J Hart does. Welcome, everybody. Just be a complete goofball. Just gonna do a little pulling stuff out of my bank here real quick and then moving right along. Excuse me, I'm so tired. Not awake yet. And neither are you probably, so there you go. It's rainy, or seems like it's gonna rain at any moment. It's kind of crappy out. Not feeling it today. My health is, who the hell knows. 1 minute I'm fine, the next I'm not. Sorry about the crows. They're relentless right now. I think they know. I think they know I hate them. Which is why they sit outside my window and crow. Because they're crows. Get it? Stabby, you're so smart. Not. Oh, I bought a whole bunch of Solitude stuff because I went shopping yesterday and I just couldn't help myself. I wanted all the things. And I didn't get all the things, but I got a lot of things. Deposit currency, okay. I took something out that I shouldn't have. You go back in. You go in. You go in. I've had Culture Club stuck in my head since I made a joke. It might have been to Griff, I'm not sure. Do you really want to hurt me? And then it's just like all the Culture Club songs just got stuck in my head. Okay, this is Solitude, by the way, in case you haven't been here. Yesterday, my RNG just completely improved out of nowhere. I'm on, yes. I just got like 3 things in a row of, one was like bread even. So I was super lucky. I got one of the very pretty breads. I got a painting yesterday. Just lucky. Questing. And then I got one other thing. I think it was a green. I listed it for sale. Apparently it's illegal to use Boy George references before noon. I don't know why, because, I mean, Boy George was awesome any time of day. He was way before his time. He didn't care what anybody thought, and I'm proud of him. We should all take some credit from him. Not credit, say take some lessons from him. Look at this, a whole bunch of things are open. All right, so I told Carrie Gondolin that I was going to check out one of her houses, and I implied doing that, but I need to get with her because I couldn't figure out where her secret garden was. And I'm not supposed to show you guys how to get into the secret garden because it's a secret. So I'm going to have to get with her tomorrow and see if I can figure that out. And then we'll do the stuff after. Extractome. Give me my gems. It's truly outrageous. If you get that, you're as old as me. Alright. So, whoa. Loud noise is loud. Let's go. Let's start a rando. AT Wookie. Lucky cat, lucky cat. At Wookie. I've posted yet another video on how to using actions in EH2. Yesterday we had a long lesson on it, so I actually posted that both to the forums and to my personal hold on. my personal, what you call it? Geez, why does it keep doing this? My personal Discord. Here is the link to my Discord. Link to my Discord. Tell me if this doesn't work. That's not a link. What was that? That didn't work right. Link to my Discord. Link to my Discord. There we go. There you go. So that's my Discord. Join it if you'd like, and I will keep us updated. There's a new. Jesus, something is up with the water. Like I can hear it. It's like so loud. All right. I will keep us updated on contest. I'll keep us updated. There is a new Crown Store showcase, which isn't very impressive. The only important, interesting thing that I've seen, oh, this is like a shop, is the pocket beholder is back. And I might get that this time. I might buy that with gold. I do like that side of the view. Did they connect it? They didn't. Sadness. So this is like a little party area outside. Full on items. Most of it must be on the inside. Okay. That is an interesting fireplace. So different. I'm not even sure what they used. Like, what is that? Is that a well? No, it's a statue stand. Fascinating, says Spock. Interesting wall work, too. Reskinning just part of the wall with brass. You need to put a candle or something in here to light it up. Otherwise, it's like impossible to see anything, including that really small dragon head. Put a candle, put some sort of other enchanted light, and then you will be able to see it. Ooh, good idea. I've seen people do hanging stuff before, but I don't think I've ever seen them use the Argonian trellis. That looks really good. Ooh, you have the new meats. I need that. And it's really well done. I like the stacking here. That looks good too. What's outside? And there's the porch. Yes, I announced. It takes people a little bit to get on. Oh, I got this recipe. I bought it though. And so I've been making breakfasts and selling them. Look at how tasty that looks. Oh, I want to eat that right now. My breakfast was coffee. Ooh, crafting. Ooh, handmade stairs with an extra floor. This is clever. So handmade stairs, these look like orcish shelves or basic Nord shelves, I forget which. We've got our treasure hidden up here. This one isn't as glary, so you probably don't need a light in this one. But the other one definitely needs a light. Okay, bathroom. Lovely. All right, so I'm going to announce the winners of the... Do you only drink coffee for breakfast? Interesting. I'm going to announce... Okay, first of all, just got an update from Sarah Hecker. The Bastion Sanguinaris is not coming out in June. We don't have a date for it yet, she says. But when we do, it'll be announced in that month's Crown Store showcase. So it's definitely not June. Secondly, contests. The BMW contest for Skyrim cracks me up. it did not. It's over. So I did not win. And why it cracks me up is because of the fact that um, I actually did breeze home, like item for item. And I'm not really sure how you could be any more Skyrim than copying something from it exactly item for item. But I'm telling you, I don't think Megs really likes me very much. I don't know what I've ever done, or she doesn't like my style, but I just get the feeling. So Mala 1029. I don't think I've seen anything by then. But we'll double check. Mala. And that's the only time I'm going to mention this, that I was annoyed by that. But I didn't even know you drank coffee, Griff. Surviving off of milk fat all morning. That's what I do. But this is one of the runner-ups or other also Rams, which God knows it, based on this, that could be fabulous. This is Mala 1029 Autumnscape. I hope she or he is not mad that I am touring their home, but they did enter it into a contest, and hopefully they understand that I'm just doing it to be kind and appreciative of their home and not make them feel bad. Oh, nice Nordic touches. So we've got a lot of Nord here, like Nordic statues and a throne and all sorts of stuff. Using a Nord house, of course, which all makes very much sense if you're talking about Skyrim, which is for the Nords. Kiki. Very much a huntery cabin feel. Nice clutter placement. I can almost smell this room. It smells like meat cooking. It really does feel like a hunter lodge to me. Maybe it's a little bit of smell of mead as well. I sense it. I think this is very Nordic. I think it looks good, and it does remind me of Skyrim very much. All right, Prodigious D also did an Autumnscape. They also were an also ran like me, so I'm not making fun of anything. Prodigious D. I have seen their Ravenhurst. I have not seen their Autumnscape, so cool. It'll be new for me. This is why I don't want to delete my history from EHT, because now I can see, oh, did I already see this house, you know? That way it's a little better than just guessing. Okay. Where is it? I have to do something early on during this stream for Hammy. I promised Hammy that I was gonna show him how to upload stuff. They may be here, but lurking. I'll check. A lot of people are at work, so they lurk. Or not. Nobody's here yet. I don't know. Nobody's here yet. But it doesn't matter because people watch this later. So this is Prodigious D. Oh, I like your bear. I like the braids and the frosty breath. Good choice. Oh, cute. Good choice on the flora. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my chat for a little bit. We've got a second floor here because we've got a low ceiling. I can see it. Very Nordic. Oh no, at least it's not the stinky cheese. And here we go, here's the second floor. It's a little cozy little bedroom. It's a small house. Small. So, let me just do something really quickly for Hammy. I was gonna tell him how to do this. First of all, you needed a hold on. You need a YouTube account, which fine, that's easy. I'm going to change to my display real quick. Hold on just a moment. Display capture, add source, and we want 2, and done. Okay. That should show my display. There we go. Okay, so what I want to show Hammy is this. When you're done with your videos, presuming you have it set to retain your videos, which I do, what you'll see is this, right? You'll see your videos in a list or whatever. If you attach your YouTube account to your Twitch account, it's as simple as doing this. Click down and do export. It automatically exports it to YouTube without any other explanation needed. It takes a few hours, literally. But here's the thing. It means you don't have to download it to your computer and then upload it to YouTube. You can simply just hit this, let it go for a few hours, and then when it's fully up, see, as you can see here, it's I'm currently uploading. I think it might actually be broken. I think this might be a corrupted stream. So I'm going to cancel this one. But here, this is what we'll do. Here's the one from yesterday. So we'll actually do it. And I'll do shopping stream. And what was yesterday? May 31st. May 31st, 2020 shopping stream. Change to public. Hit start export. Then over time, it doesn't usually show right away, but it will show soon that it is uploading and processing that new video. And you don't have to do anything else. And that's why I'm saying if you're going to do videos to show people how to do stuff in streaming, do it like this, because honestly, like, this is so much. I tried to do it with taking it down and then onto my computer, hey Eula, and then loading it back up again, and it took all day. And so I understood what you were saying when you're saying nobody has the time for that, right? No, you're right. Which is why you just link your account and do export and you'll be fine. There you go. Perfection. All right. Let us go to my Breeze home. I am kind of miffed about this, only because I feel like it's personal. I don't know. I don't know if I rubbed her the wrong way or what, but I do feel like it's a personal thing. But this was the BMW contest in the Woo! Hiss. Okay. We're talking about contests. I'm trying to close things. The next contest, now that the tribute to mental health was due yesterday, I have a feeling that means that the portals should be up in Housing's Finest Builders, and I can go and do that one. But I'll repost the current contests. Let me make sure this is unpinned. Unpinned. Okay, the only one pinned is mine. So we've got, the next one is June 6th, PCEU Lore Breaker, if you guys are going to do that. So this was my entry to the BMW Skyrim contest. I don't know how a stick-for-stick reproduction did not win, but it didn't. It didn't even rank. Whatever. Kind of amusing. Okay, third place in the small category was Queen Bee's Frost Vault. So let's go there. Queen Bee is an awesome human. Let's see if I've seen Queen Bee's house. Queen Bee. Let's do Queen underscore Bee. Nope, I have not seen their frost vault. And then, so let's I'll see if the Housing Finest Builders, stuff is up yet for the mental health build. And in fact, I need to make that my primary. June 22nd on PCU Aetherius has My Corner of the Spring Mood. Now, I want to make clear, I'm not listing the little mini contests yet. So, like the little 30-room do it real fast contests, I am not listing. I'm just listing the major contests because trying to keep track of all the little mini contests is a bit much for me. If you guys want to just tell me about them, that's fine, and I'll add them to the list. But I can't personally keep track of all of those. Oh, look at that. All these extra little walkways. Me like. Ooh, I've never seen anyone do that, and now I'm dead. That was interesting. The floor loaded after me. See, I can't even walk straight. How am I supposed to jump and stuff? All right. That's interesting. I've never seen anyone build out there. This looks super cool. This is really neat. I mean, it looks... I do love the fact that these are all connected. Hey, Wordy. But it's... I don't know that Dwarven... I guess they do have these ups and downs in Dwarven delves. They wouldn't have candles still going, though. Except, I guess this is one that somebody is currently living in. That's my guess. This is not one that, I need to do it. Dubious, excuse me for a moment. Do a dubious. Dubious. Excuse me for a moment. Okay, it's just the male person. It's weird to hear people driving up to my house because we're on a very isolated kind of street where there's not a lot of people. I wish you could build out there. I hate that you can't. I wonder if you could break that wall. Buy them. I went to pretty much all the... I did go to all the vendors yesterday. And I bought a bunch of them for the original prices, like 90 gold or whatever, because people didn't realize. The second option is just search for... Get a harvest map and search for troves. Thieves' troves. Ah! You tricked me! Jerk. I was tricked and murdered. I feel very murdered now. Jerk feet. I trusted you, and you murdered me. Jerk. Never again. Alright. And then over here, transmute station, etc. Clever. Clever girl. I was tricked. Okay. You know, yesterday there were so many shifts of where people ended up with different traders. Like Ralka's pretty much been abandoned by everybody but BMW. They've all moved to Vivek City and Mournhold. Ralka's like not the hot area anymore. So, Zoe Blue, Argonian, and Daedric. You know, you should probably say something on the forums because that house is getting bashed to hell. People are saying it's bland, it's uninspired, it's uninteresting, and they feel let down by the housing. This is also eclectic. I like the colors. I like the Daedric gods. Lots of trophies, crystals, and you're not bland and uninteresting. I'm saying that your opinion would probably be welcome. People would probably appreciate someone saying something other than, you know, every house has to be Bastion Sanguinaris. Because, I mean, I thought that it's a nice house. I liked the fact that it was a callback to an exact house in Skyrim. That was pleasing to me. So I agree with you, and don't take that as if I'm saying you're bland and uninteresting. Who gives a shit what people think? Ah, I missed. Oopsie. Oh, okay. Gosh, I'm racking them up today. All right, so that was the winner for the Skyrim contest in BMW. So let's look at more open houses. I'm gonna have to make some decisions. All right. Figment, Humble Mud, Black Marsh Stash, whatever that means. Figment has some really clever cobbling ideas sometimes. It's not really big for me. I don't like it. Traditional, or if they went, oh, I see, antiquities. So vampire or Eleanor, not sure. But that's an antiquity. That new spinning thing. Nice combination of plants. That's really well done. Good usage of cake. Huh. Is that how that comes on that lifted section there? I didn't realize they had trellises or trivets. Trivets? Oh, I've never seen anyone do that either. Put that over a board. And this makes them look like, the kettles look like stove outlets. I don't know what to call them. The things that you put on the stove. I've lost all words. Burners. Burners, that's the word I was thinking of. So somebody used there's no effects in this house, so this is probably the mark from the Himohi lot. These are Solitude pews. This pattern was selling for like 50K yesterday. This is gorgeous. I really like the way they've done the vines interwoven. I'm not even sure what vines these are. Some tree. Well done. The butterflies are so pretty. They did close off. Well, you'll be fine. You can afford it. Somebody's dead. Somebody's dead with a hat on. I'm not sure what that hat is, but it's cute. 2 bowls, I think. Apparently they didn't like the view, so they put grate over it with flowers. They did the same thing here with the roots. I'm curious to know what those roots are. could be the lady tree if I'm right. Very interesting. The tile work is lovely. People were commenting on that, and I agree with them. So we've got some cobbled couches made out of beds, and I think they look lovely. Books stacked. Ivy on the walls. I think Proud Home or Proud Spire needs ivy on the wall because it's just one of those types of houses that looks like it would have it. This is another antiquity. Isn't this beautiful? Another one of those things that you can find. This is why everyone's doing antiquities. Yeah, these are elsewhere beds, I think. Well, that's why we do this. This is a new one. I think these are berries in a bowl. It's not a antiquity. This kitty cat is an antiquity. Or a fox, whatever it is. I think there's one that's a cat and one's that a fox. Let's go downstairs first. This is really nice, Aaron, especially given the amount of time it took. Holy crap, I need that antiquity. You decorated it beautifully in such a short amount of time, you know? It looks phenomenal there. Oh my god. And that table sunken in down there. I need all these antiquities. I needs them! Probably a new painting. No, that's one of the old ones. A nice forge with the new trough. This is the water-filled trough. All this new stuff, man. Well done. Oh, they put the little baby antiquity dragon head in there. That's like the perfect place for it. That's really well thought out. Ooh, nice cabinetry. You know, this basement is perfect for crafting. Really interesting stuff. It is. See the little skeeveton hanging out down there? Some of the new carpeting. These are the new, I think these are the wolf's head carpets. Woobin sells these. Woobin makes these. Somebody put a library wall? No, this is the back of Vardenfell? Perhaps that's what that looks like. With the moon vines over it. One of the new gates. That is gorgeous. That must be an antiquity as well. Yeah, this is also an antiquity, this sea monster. Beautiful. I really appreciate this, Aaron, that you put all of this new stuff in here so we can actually see it. This is new. And the Gwar is new. Gwar statue. You know what you could do? Now that they've given us a full-size Gwar statue, you can use it and make a Gwarmy. Get lots and lots of them, and then you can have a Gwarmy instead of an army. Get it? Gwarmy? No? I thought it was funny. Yes, I sell to Ferrari even though she rips me off. Don't care. Oh my god, there's a bug on the wall. Oh no, that's Ferrari's tail. I thought it was a bug. It's Ferrari's tail. That's funny. These are solitude lights. These sconces. It's really nicely done down here. I haven't even gotten upstairs yet, and I'm like lusting over everything. This is one of the new ones. Actually, it's two of them with a meridian ball in the middle. I think that's a really interesting way of putting them together. Otherwise, it just looks like floaty crystals. So I'm going to take a picture of this because this is a really good idea. And perhaps steal the said picture. Steal said idea. So I think That's from the Lux vendor. That's the... Wow, that's the Dwemer box. Just put in the ceiling with a Sigic orb. It makes it look so much better. I found this recipe, this sconce candle, yesterday. I think it's still in my inventory. Oh, that one's sconce candle embellished. Mine is just plain sconce. This is also an antiquity. Somebody has been antiquing to death and still managed to do an entire home. That's some amazing... Oh, pretty. This isn't Crown Store, is it? Is this, this is an antiquity? It's beautiful. I would have bought it if it was Crown Store. Jeez. I love this. Okay, this, I bought this pattern yesterday for this thing. What is it? Crown, what is it? I need it, whatever it is. This mirror. I gotta, women can make these if you want that mirror. And these cow hides of different colors. Oh, it's a quest reward. Okay. These are fairly cheap, like 1,500 gold. I can see them being used in a lot of ways. But check this out. Tall Papa's lamp. That's one of my favorites. It's so beautiful. And look at the purple coming out of it. It's like opalescent beautiful. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh! And then this guy is an achievement item. That little guy there. This is, I think this is an antiquity also. It's beautiful. Wow. Good job. Honestly, I'm so jealous of this house too. I'm jelly! Let's go outside and look at the achievement items so I can compare. I'm not sure. Let me go get the furnishings. Gosh, Solitude is so nice. Take a picture of it. Send it to me. That way I have it. Or put it on the forums. If you haven't already. Wait, I went... Is it Dragonhearth? Yeah, it's Dragonhearth. Okay. So, I want to show you this too because some of these are really nice. Not so much the logs. I mean, logs are logs, right? But I can see that being really useful. Okay. A fat FR friend request. This must be the thing that I saw somebody using as a hat. This wheel is what I'm thinking. All right. Friend request pending. You is my friend now. You already were. Lots of snowy trees. And then this is the achievement information. I really want that doll we just saw. Isn't it cute? It reminds me of like a ghost or something. I don't know if it is or isn't, but I don't want this. I'm not buying it. I don't know. It's not my kind of thing. I did buy these. That's a pretty one. I could see this being sunken into the wall and the rope portion being used for something. The stinky cheese just does not appeal to me. A map is a map. And this one I got. This is interesting. I could see this being almost like a bustier if being used for a dress for an NPC costume. Of course I want this ship. Who doesn't? The throne, the banner, and the witch pikes. I could see this on the front and the back of a ship. You know how people make those prows and stuff of ships? And that looks really cool. I think that would be a good usage of that. Anyway. Oh, it's not. It's stinky. Why would anyone want stinky cheese? Gross. Alright, we're gonna go over to EU. EU! Because EU. Why? What the hell is my turtle doing? He's like acting strange. So, I'm going to tell you the truth. My cat is sickly. He was only supposed to live like 2 weeks from when he was diagnosed. It's been almost a year. He was peeing everywhere, wetting the bed, whatever, because he was on, what? Why are you shaking? Hi, Tristorm. Tank cat. So he's an amazing kitty, but he's on so many diuretics that he peed the bed. It's really sad. It's just like, you know, whatever. So eventually we got like a rubber sheet to go underneath the bed, underneath the sheets in the bed. He never peed it after that. That was like the last time he ever peed the bed was when we got the sheet. It's like having an umbrella with you. But he was so round because he had heart failure that he couldn't fit into the kitty door to go down the basement and use his litter box. And he couldn't make it down there by the time he had to pee. So we had to move his litter box upstairs. Where did he spend his time? On the bed. Had to put it in my bedroom. So I have a litter box in my bedroom. He was only supposed to be like a week or two before he passed. It's been a year. I've had a litter box in my bedroom for almost a year. And he has the worst poos I've ever smelled in my life. I'll get up in the middle of the night just to scoop his poo because it's that horrible. So my husband bought a diaper pail to put next to the litter box. So the diaper pail has like these little, it's like a diaper genie, and it has little bags in it and everything. So it seals it off so you don't smell it, but you have to scoop it like immediately. So it's just been awful. I mean, the sacrifice. It's just been horrible. It's been terrible. All the poo. Brutal. Alright. Oh, a bunch of new homes. Oh, I love you people for adding all these new homes. You make me happy. Cue the smelly cat. Yes. What have they been feeding you? Geez, what have I been feeding him? Chicken, I think. We've tried different things. Cursed coins. Lake Myers and Mare. Alright, we're gonna go here. I gotta take a quick break. I'll be right back. Smelly cat. Smelly cat. time to scoop, so I'm going to put on a candle because that's how selfish I am. There we go. I'm back in the saddle again. So this is Niawen, who does the very organized builds that I like so much. And we've got 700 out of 700, no items. Aww, that's sweet. You must still be young. I bought a house. I wrote a check for $52,000. It was everything I had saved from being a lawyer. Not much else left. Yeah, I'm 43, so that gives you an idea of like buying a house was something else. But yeah, my husband's like, we weren't married at the time. Ah, okay. And he said, you know, I've never written it. He hadn't written a check that big in his life, and still hasn't, because I was the one who wrote it. This is an interesting connecting bit. But the reason why it was so big was because if you pay enough of your down payment, you can avoid PMI, which is a kind of insurance that you have to pay for title insurance. It's a long story, but you can avoid paying an extra insurance if you pay enough of the down payment. So it's like there's all these things to know. Look at this graveyard. It's so spooky with the rising mists. Looks really good. There's so many things to know about buying a house that I was really lucky. My dad was a vice president of sales, plus a mortgage officer, plus a titled insurance salesman in it past in his life. So he knew all about it. And so there was a lot of things I had to learn, but I luckily had someone who was really willing to tell me how and give me tips and pointers and things. So I was super appreciative of that. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we bought the house because there's been a lot of good that came out of it. But paying rent for something that I paid more in rent than I pay in this mortgage. And the house is still nice. The house is in a decent area. It hasn't gone downhill at all. It's appreciated in some value, so I like it. It was very pretty. There's some things I would change about it if I could nowadays, but it doesn't have a lot of storage space, and that's kind of, some of the rooms are not that really optimized for just two people to be living here. Like, we have a whole front room that we don't even use at all. We have a front entryway room this is pretty. I like all of it's obviously very Argonian fully, but we have this front room with a fireplace and couches. It's like a sitting room or something, but there's nothing, we don't do anything with it because we have a three-sized, I think they call it a four-season attached thing in the back where it has all the windows surrounding. So we sit in that room, not in the sitting room, and it has, you know, this wood-burning fireplace in it. Sorry, I had to handle something emergency-like. Let me show you a picture of the house, the interior, because it's actually quite pretty. I'm a cat without ambitions. I'm a cat. As I die. Ah, organized. Pancake. Man. Gah! That's not a good picture of it. These are better pictures. All right. Window capture. I actually do want to show you guys this because it's fun. So this is the back room when we first got the house. Can't really tell, but it's got windows on all sides. Let me see if I can find a better picture. This is a better picture. Windows on all sides though. And so there's a fireplace right here, and that's what we use, is that fireplace room. Here's another view from the other direction. Kind of messy. Let me see. But we get the best sunsets from back there. This is like this colored sunsets. Terrible pictures, I realize, but I'm not that good at it. Here, this is the fireplace that I'm talking about. This is when we had just moved in, so nothing is like really decorated or anything. But there's the fireplace that we actually use. We don't use the front room at all. We use this. We sit back here with all these beautiful windows and antiques and whatnot, and we don't sit in that front room. So let me show you the front room. That's a total waste. It kills me how much of a waste it is. Every day is like survival. I took so many pictures when we first were moving in. I took pictures of the whole house. Because I liked the way that they had staged it. I don't know if you guys know about staging, but they'd staged the house. And you'll see, this is that front room. I don't know what my husband is doing in that picture, but I took pictures of just everything they staged, because and this was the windowed room that you just saw. They actually made it look smaller by putting all that stuff in it. I don't really like the designs of it. It made it look so tiny. Anyway, point being, we have just all this wasted space. So, sorry about that. Hold on a second. I'm getting messages from Griff probably telling me that I shouldn't show pictures. Does it bother you that I showed my home, Griff? I just, I'm proud of my house. It's beautiful, and Andy has done all the work on it, but we've worked together on making those decisions about what to do. So this is mostly, does it bother you? Honestly, did it bother you I showed my house? I don't have a lot of good pictures of it recently. Uh-oh. We have spiders. Lots of them. Oh no, they changed up all of the, this is terrifying. Ah! It's a murder gauntlet. Seriously, it's a murder gauntlet. And there's the cursed coins. Well done, Nyowen. Really? I like that. That was a clever ending. Really fun. Okay, next one. Cute. Very cute. Alright. Kragenholm. Fob Coraisora. Yeah, hugs. I made miracle meat yesterday. that can't believe it's not meat stuff. I actually made that yesterday. Or actually, my husband made it because he made the tacos. I usually do cooking, but I asked him to because I haven't been feeling well. So this is that pool, Kragenholm. Wow, redone entirely. Holy shit, this is Kragenholm. Impressive. So there's that Tall Papa's lamp, which I want. The Moon's Blessed ceremonial pool. Place to get dressed. I mean, this is gorgeous. How they reskinned this so well. So the fake meat was actually fine. It didn't taste bad at all. It was just sort of tasted like Taco Bell because we put Taco Bell seasoning in it, you know? Really, this is so cool. Really nifty, really nifty design. You made it much nicer than it is normally. Snug. I haven't tried them. I do most of my cooking at home. Although the last couple days I've been so sick I haven't wanted to catch up at all. Elden Root House. Azrael 2. That's interesting. So this is from Murkmire, this holder. And usually people put the little amber stone that comes from Murkmire with it in there. But here they put a pearl, and I like that. So I wonder if this is their crafting home. A desk. Numisma. Do I have any junk for you, Numisma? No. Yeah, this is their crafting house. Sunflower. The sunflowers I really love. Second floor, storage. Neat. And this is cool because these have collision. This moss. So you don't fall off if you're running quickly. I like the tree in the middle. It looks like it would be a problem, but it's not. And it's actually quite pretty, especially with the flowers on it. It looks good. Excuse me. I have a cough and my cold medicine is probably wearing off. So that's it. So what I'm going to do is show you water. Water. I need to just buy a house. Like a regular house that I can show you things in. Excuse me. Making funny faces at you guys. Now, one of the first reasons why I got EHT was because I was annoyed that I couldn't put water in pools. Like, if you want to make a pool, you know, where do you get the water from? That kind of thing. So let's move on over to another section that doesn't already have weather and crap in it. And looks like I put weather everywhere. Let me get rid of some of these. Get rid of the snowfall. Funnel cloud, go away. Chilled air, go away. Thunderstorm, go away. Alright. Sky? Where's the sky? Ocean of stars. Okay, that's gotta go away too. Alright, so let's figure out how to do water, shall we? So basically it's under effects also, but I think it's under landscaping. But there's different, I know I showed you guys, you know, some of the effects with water. So there's like, you know, geyser or stuff like that. This is meant to be water for like aquariums or for oceans or for lakes. This is aquarium water. I don't tend to use this. I use Aether instead because this doesn't really look aquarium-like to me. So Aether at least has the wiggles in it that I think is better. But then there's a round one, so in case you have like a round window or something, you can do that. I think most of these have a regular and a round. There's also calm water. Now, this could look good in, it shouldn't have any ripples in it. You'll see some of them have ripples in the future. Let's change the color so you can see the effects. If you walk through it, see? It has that water effect. It's still calm. And of course you can change your transparency so that you can see the bottom or whatnot. You can make it super bright. You can mess with contrast, all of that. But what's nice about it is it does make it look like you're actually running through water, which I really do like very much. And it's calm, so it's not really moving at all. And then you can do this one round as well. This would be good for a pool if that's what you want to add to it. Now here's the thing about cold harbor water. Cold harbor water, aka azure plasm, is beautiful. This is the effect it has on its own. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's a little overpowering if, like me, you use it for the entire area. But it can be done really well, and it can be super pretty. It's supposed to be, you know, you could even do azure plasm with it. Here's the azure plasm look. It doesn't have the same effect when you run through it as much. I mean, there's something there, but it's not as clear. But you can, this is good for plasm, you know, if you want to do plasm, or if you just want something really shiny. I use this to bring attention to something watery. If it's really important that they see it, that's what I'll do. We've got a mild current, which is exactly what it sounds like. And also it does have the effect that you walk through it. But you see, it's got just a little bit of a current in it. And again, you can change the colors to whatever you'd like them to be. Green water. Gross. Rapids. You know, pretty much what it sounds like. My suggestion would be turn up brightness in this one, because when it starts out, it's not very bright. It has effect when you walk through it, but it's not as visible because obviously you're dealing with rapids. So, you know, this, you might want to like mess with seeing what you like most, but if you have the brightness up at least somewhat, you can see the tops of the current. Otherwise, you can't really tell it has a current. So I like to make that one like that. Reflection water, it's a lot like Cold Harbor, except it was originally, I think, more transparent and also not the blue, the azure blue to start with. But in the end, I think it's pretty much the same now because of the fact that you can mess with transparency. You couldn't in earlier versions. So this is kind of like a duplicate at this point of Cold Harbor. Shallow, round, looks pretty much just like aquarium, except you get a little bit of an effect walking through it, except it's shallow, so you don't get as much of one. Swift current, a lot like rapids, but a little bit less violent. Okay, so the old waterfall is better for walls. So if you're gonna do a waterfall, this one isn't, it had issues. But it can be used well. I think Snow Fairy Wings in her Lynchel used this effect really, really well. You can see the crashing on the bottom, but you can't really change the color as completely as you might want to. Like, I was trying to make chocolate water. I know that sounds disgusting, but Willy Wonka's, right? So I was trying to make this brown, and no matter what I did, there's this blue tint to it that you can't get away from, no matter what color you pick. So this really didn't work for me, and I don't use it. The new waterfall is a little bit more misty. It's a smaller, you see, waterfall, not quite as blue or thick. But here you can do more with coloring. You can color things more completely. You don't have a base blue color that you have to fight with. So I like it for that purposes. There's also, let's deal with the water elsewhere. I know there's other waters. Where did I put them? Oh, no, what I'm thinking of is the sand. So there's also the pouring sand, which can look like a waterfall. What I like is, well, here's two things about this. First, it does have a little bit of a tint to it. So you see, if even though I pick this blue color, it makes it this green color. It's because it's mixing with the brown of the base color. To see if an effect has a base color, click in the middle here to where it has white or clear. That's the base color. That's how you can see what the effect looks like. So compare that to when we just put the old, use the old waterfall. Recently used waterfall. We'll use the new waterfall. All right, so compare that to the new waterfall, right? No color. So when you skip into here, you can change it to whatever color you want. Dead center, it's white. It can be any color you want it to be. This one, dead center, you've got a yellowish tinge to it. But this is useful for, what I use this for was actually pouring coffee. It's really neat. It can be used in coffee, chocolate, anything like that can really work. It looks like it's moving, and you can make it thin, and like I did, you know, coffee, pouring out of something. Doesn't have to be this tall. You get the idea. And it's animated, and it looks like it could be coffee. So there's that. What else do I want to talk about? We talked about animations yesterday, but building materials, that's pretty obvious. You just need to go through it at some point and decide what you like, what you don't like. A bunch of these were submitted by Chrysea. There isn't much here that needs explanation. We did talk about tiling before. These windows are gorgeous. Christ say I hand drew that. Hand drew that. Because it didn't have the decoration she wanted. So she hand drew that tree and all the little stuff on the inside. Isn't that amazing? It really is. I think it's amazing. Okay. Let's talk about critters and pets, because the critters and pets, some of them move. So placing them can be difficult. Sporadic fireflies, you just click them and then they show up. They're not a problem. They're pretty easy. We'll make them blue for a second just so you can see them a little more clearly, or green. Green might work better. If I turn the lights up. Yeah, you can kind of see that it's really, really small. It looks better at night. You can tell what it looks like at night. Swarm. There you go. It looks like almost like bees or something. You don't. This looks a little weird to me because they kind of stretch out. You see what they're doing? Like they kind of stretch. If you look at them at odd angles, because I think of the way that it circles, but it's still pretty obvious that what it's supposed to be, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Okay, so the fish. Fish are awesome. We've talked about the fish before, so we don't need to go into that. But the fish are one of the many things that move. What you need to know about there is a hopping frog by Scarlet Ibis. See, he just hopped. Now, be aware when you place the hopping frog that they move. He hops. So if you don't, let's say you don't want him over here, you got to make sure you watch where he hops to make sure that he doesn't go into sections you don't want him in. Like I had him at one point jumping off of a rock because I didn't realize he jumped over that far, so just be aware he moves. And you need to be careful with that when you're dealing with it. And then a couple of the other ones move, but most don't. Goats, kittens, monkeys, cat, flying bats. They're kind of silly. They're kind of like, they remind me of cartoon bats. They don't look like real bats to me. They look like cartoon bats. But used in a semi-dark area, they can be done well. Let's see. There's a couple of silly ones. There's a cinch. Oh, he's new. See this cinch? He's got a nice purple thing coming off of him. He's new. I've never used him before. And then I think the Skeeveton moves? Yeah, the Skeeveton's key moves. Isn't that cute? Adorable. So there's all sorts of different pets that you can mess around with. Most things, though, don't move. Most of the pets don't move. Most of them are static. So there you go. You've got some learning for today. One of these days, this whole house is just going to be full of crazy shit just all around. All right. All right, hold on a second. All right, so we've been going for 1:40. I'm out of houses to show you, so I'm going to call it. But I will be back tomorrow, and I hope you all have a lot of fun today and happy building, and I hope that some of this EHT stuff has been helping out. In the future, I'm planning on actually going over regular building, not just EHT building, but I did want to get this series done before I start branching out into regular building tutorials. So I hope that you guys don't mind this EHT side stuff. So I will catch you all later. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy building.